following show contains adult content. It's not our intent to offend anyone, but we want to inform you that if you are a child under the age of 18 or get offended easily, this next show may not be for you. The content, opinions, and subject matter of these shows are solely the choice of your show hosts and their guests, and not those of the Entertainment Network or any affiliated stations. Any comments or inquiries should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for listening.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to SOFLO SASS, Monday edition.
Hey.
Yeah, so I'll see. I don't know where these days go.
Yeah. I got to thinking about that the other day, like how many summers we have left. Like the time is going by so quickly, and now summer is approaching, and I'm like, God.
I know.
It's going fast, yeah.
So, again, I'm Barbara. Welcome to SOFLO SASS.
I'm Laurie, LC.
LC rocks, my co-host. So, and Roxy, how was your weekend?
My weekend was exhausting, but fun. How about yours? How was your weekend?
Mine?
Yeah.
I just rushed home from the airport to get on the show.
Did you come back from Texas?
Texas, Chicago.
Oh, busy lady.
Well, yeah, that's why this topic that me and Laurie created today for the show is called customer service, because we could talk about the lack of customer service that's going on in the world today. So my best friend Jody called me and said that she had a death in the family and she needed to be there immediately. So I was like, okay. So I got on a plane, and you can't get anybody on the phone, and everything's push 1 for this, push 2 for that. Laurie, right?
Yeah. Well, if you can get that, usually I'm getting someone I can't understand what they're saying. That happens a lot.
Because you don't know where the call's going, Roxy.
Yeah. Yeah. So how much did you have to deal with that while you were traveling?
Yeah. So, and then I took my dog.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Brought the dog with me. And that was a whole nother thing. So, went to Austin. It was Memorial Day weekend. So we didn't have a show because it was a holiday, obviously. And then I flew out the next day after Memorial Day, and we can talk about customer service. And this woman who I'm not going to, swear about, but she was a see you next Tuesday. And Laurie and Roxy, she's like, that dog is not going to fit in that bag. I go, what are you talking about? She's like, I'm not going to let you on this flight until I see you put him in that bag.
What?
So, it's a dog carrier.
Yeah.
So she wouldn't let me on the plane because we left the house too fast for the doggy little meds, kicked in to make him calm down.
So he did not calm down, I take it.
So I had this pet rescue.
Oh boy. Yeah. And you didn't have that to give him?
No, I did, but we left way so fast. It
didn't kick in.
Right.
Oh.
It didn't kick in. So, yeah, so we had this, and then we had these other pet things just, to calm him down and make him comfortable.
Yeah.
So okay.
They just automatically, jumped the gun, didn't they?
Yeah. And that's the customer service. When you have a paid flight, you know what I mean? And you have to pay, mind you have to pay $95 to bring a pet on Southwest Airlines.
Oh, I was going to ask what airline. I didn't know if you wanted to say or not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Is that who you usually fly?
No, it just was just easy and convenient. So, so I finally got on the next flight and got out, and I'm sitting up there at the Sky Bar, and I'm like watching the crew, for the shift change because one woman was stalking me, and she's like, "We're not getting on that plane because your dog won't fit in that bag."
Oh shit! That would piss people off.
Oh, I know, Laurie. It was like. And I'm like calming my dog down and, letting the calming thing kick in. And so finally I got on the next flight and I had to go from freaking Austin to New Orleans and New Orleans to Chicago.
Oh, I hate that. The worst. So you had to get on a couple of different planes or did you fly same plane?
Yeah. Connect. Yeah. Get on another one. Yeah.
Running around with the dog trying to catch your next flight. That sounds awful.
So anyways, I know our topic of the show today is customer service, but that customer service was not helpful at all.
Well, what do you think they could have done better?
They could have helped me, rearrange me to put me on another flight. They could have helped me, with the dog, put him in the bag. Or, what can we do for you versus saying you're off the flight.
So you just got taken off the flight?
Mm-hmm. Just like that.
Okay. Yeah. I could see how that would be a little distressing.
Mm-hmm. What would you do, Roxy?
That's a precarious situation. Definitely. I don't know what I'd do because not once have I ever brought an animal on a flight with me.
Neither have I.
So I don't know the protocol. I don't know the guidelines. I don't know what is the standards or anything like that. So I don't know how to respond at all.
Yeah.
Well, and you know what though too? I did all my homework. I did all my protocol, checked the pet policy, and everything was fine. And I followed all the guidelines and the rules. And we're good to go. So you go Fort Lauderdale to Austin and, the dog's walking around fine and he gets in the bag and everything's good. And then you go Austin to Chicago. I think every airport's different. And I think everything's changing right now in the world, with different rules and masks and protocol. And I think everybody's got different guidelines and rules and regulations. So that makes sense.
That is the truth. Yep.
So does the airport have a policy separate from the airline?
Pardon me?
Does the airport have a policy or is it just the airline?
No, the airport's fine. The dogs run around crazy in the airport.
Okay.
So it's airline to airline.
Right.
Yeah. It was like a check-in gate agent. So, I just had a carry-on bag for him and I just carried on and he goes under the seat. So you want to talk about customer service.
Yeah.
I get to Austin, going to Chicago, and my ticket that I paid for, my ticket that I paid for to go from Chicago back to Fort Lauderdale was $100. So I'm telling you, ladies, if you guys want to travel, book one-way tickets.
Oh, I do that all the time.
And why would you do that, Elsie?
Well, I did it basically for the specific times that I needed. And I wanted to pay for some with miles and some with cash or,
Yeah, you could pay for both. Yeah.
I just did a trip to Chicago, to Dallas, back to Phoenix, and I did all one ways. Yeah.
And how much did that cost? How much did that cost you?
I mean, it was just maybe under $400 for the whole shebang. From Phoenix to Chicago to Dallas, back to Phoenix.
Sometimes it's a lot of online work or customer service work because you're trying to find out which one can give you that opportunity for a one-way ticket. Because I know in my area, I've got a couple airports close to me, but they're smaller. They're not international. So a lot of times when I book flights, I'm always having to fly this little airport to an international. So then you got to decide on if you want to spend the extra money to travel to that airport that's farther away or do those more than multiple flights per trip.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot.
A lot of things to take into consideration, and definitely got to give some time into your planning, huh?
Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So they kicked me off that flight. They wouldn't let me on with the dog. No customer service there. And then I flew from Chicago to, back to Fort Lauderdale today.
Mhm.
And they were like, no customer service there. You know, I'm like, where's the help? I got the dog. I got my luggage. I got my bag. I got my laptop. I got to get home. I haven't been home in 3 weeks. Da, 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 da. And it's just like, people just like, where's the love, guys?
Well, I think because travel was so screwed up last year and now everyone is coming back in throngs. I felt like flight attendants on my flight to Hawaii were already, fed up.
Yeah.
And they came right on and they were like, we have 4 drinks: Coke, Diet Coke, water, and Pepsi.
Yeah, no booze. There's no booze on the flights, Roxy.
No booze.
No booze on the flights. Nope.
And they tell you, do not dare to bring a little of your own bottle out. Like the little airplane bottles. They were like, if we catch you with that, it's going to be a fine. You're in big trouble. And I had one in my bag and I was like, oh.
So I'm going to take this in relations to the healthcare industry, because that part, I know that a lot of the people that were in that field, it was either, are you going to stay or are you going to go? And a lot of people checked out. And so they were very limited to healthcare industry.
Right.
So I feel like that might be the scenario in the travel industry too.
Yeah.
People checked out, so they're understaffed and they're
Yeah.
trying to make things work.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm booking my flight I was going to fly back Southwest from Chicago to back to Fort Lauderdale, but I didn't want to fly into Midway.
Oh, well, they fly to O'Hare now.
But it's connecting, and I got the dog,
Oh, yeah.
so I wanted to do a direct flight. So
Okay.
I called American. Okay, so you want to talk about customer service? You call American, 4-hour wait time.
Goodness.
They just came right on and said 4 hours.
Yeah, so I was sleeping the other day, and American woke me up at 4:30 in the fucking morning
Oh, my God.
to say, okay, we would like to confirm your reservation, and we just want to confirm that you're bringing a pet on board. I go, do you understand? It's 4:30 in the morning, and you just woke me up?
I don't mean to laugh, but that's the extent of it now, right?
But no, that's the thing, Roxy and Laurie, is everybody's getting replaced by fucking computers.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Or international people that don't have a clue what's really going on.
Right. I mean, even looking at my dad, who's 77 years old, that is barely even able to, make a phone call, let alone do anything or go on, the internet. You want to speak to people. And, again, if you're driving in your car, go online. Oh, I want to pay my air conditioning bill. Go online. Well, I'm not at home. I want to speak to somebody and get it done.
So let me ask you. So I've been seeing these commercials for Domino's Pizza, and they've got that new little vehicle that's unmanned, and it's just driving pizzas to people's house. I mean, talk about taking people out of the mix. I don't understand how it works. But what if you get your order and it's wrong, and
So you
it's
have to
this
walk out of
little
your house.
vehicle? Like, dude, come back! I have the wrong pizza, but it's an unmanned car driving away.
So you have to walk out of your house to go out to that car that's still there.
Yes,
And pull it out of that unmanned car. That's weird.
exactly, and hope you grab the right pizza, I guess. But to me, that's where customer service is headed.
Mm-hmm.
Very.
Us having to do more for ourselves.
Yeah, but then, the most annoying thing for me, though, is, press 1 for this, 2 for that, 3 for this, 4 for that, 5 for this. And then you put all your information in, and then you get transferred. And then you get, oh, wrong department. What's your information again? Oh, I already dialed it in. Like this American Airlines calling me at 4:30 in the morning to confirm a flight.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Well, so I pulled up an interesting statistic about a report. The latest report shows that businesses lose $75 billion worth a year because of awful customer service.
Wow. Roxy, did you hear that?
I believe it.
75 billion. And I would say I'm part of that because I have canceled subscriptions and canceled certain things because it was just so terrible.
We're losing the personality,
Yeah.
people, that interaction that companies know that works with hands.
Yeah.
For sure. I completely agree.
Mm-hmm. So,
yeah, if you rely on your provider, whatever it may be, to direct you, and it's all automated or whatnot, how do you know that's 100% accurate, that you know you're getting what you actually want?
Right. And I live in a gated community. And you know what? Normally in a gated community, they have a gate guard at a gatehouse. You know what I mean? Gatehouse, and you show your ID to the person. No. Now you put it in a freaking computer and you talk to an automated system.
Oh, really?
Oh, now let's get into all the scammers and hackers out there that can totally access our information. That is so, it's out there. It's out there. And we have that worry now on our show.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Where's the customer service? And, somebody lost a job being a gate guard, at a gated community because now you're talking to a freaking computer.
Right. Just like the pizza delivery guys losing their job. Oh, where's it all going to end?
I don't know.
Where do you think these people are being displaced to? All the people that were in that field, the customer service field, and after the pandemic and everybody leaving or losing their jobs, and customer service being one of the top ones, where do you think all that is being displaced to?
Well, that's a good question, Roxy. Is we don't know that, but like I said, I get frustrated when I'm on the phone. I just hit 0000000 to talk to somebody, and again, you can go to go online and make your changes. Well, I'm in the car,
right?
And I don't have time for that. That's why I'm calling.
Or you just gave them all the information. It took you 10 minutes, and then they go, "Oh, we have to transfer you somewhere else," and then you got to go through the whole spiel again.
Yeah, the whole process.
How many people do I have to talk to before this is going to get resolved?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I'll tell you where I got some good customer service over the weekend was at my local hang.
What's that?
I went and watched the Cubs, and
oh, you went to watch the Cubbies.
I've got my little bar that I go to, and I kind of know the bartender. So we ordered our first drink, and we were barely done with the second one, and she just came over. I was like, next one's on me, because it's just so good to have people back out and about.
Yeah, exactly.
And when she gives that kind of customer service, we give it back, with tip.
Yeah.
She took care of us like we were the only people on earth. That was awesome.
Well, I will tell you, though, being on an airplane today, the customer service on the airlines was good.
Yeah.
The customer service there was really nice with them, but it was just the frustration of, the days of the customer. And you know what else too, Laurie? Think about like our parents.
Yeah.
They don't, my dad doesn't have access to the computer.
No. I know.
And all that kind of stuff. And, or going to a restaurant and having to scan the
QR code.
They don't. Well, what about the elderly?
I know. Well, just like my trip to Hawaii, you had to download the QR code onto your phone to show them at the airport. What about, like your dad or somebody that doesn't have a phone, elderly people that may not have a phone? I don't know. They're getting screwed.
Yeah. So
No.
again, we're our topic of the show tonight is customer service, and again, it's lack of.
Yeah.
However, my nephew works at Walmart, and you know what he does? He's the runner for curbside pickup.
Oh. That's probably increased tremendously.
He said he's making $15 an hour delivering bags to the car pickup.
Is that minimum wage?
Yeah, I don't, in Illinois.
Yeah.
But he works his ass off. So people place their Roxy, do you ever do that?
I've done it more and more lately.
Anyways, so people place their orders online, and then he goes and runs.
Yeah.
Puts it all in the bag, and then they're ready for curbside pickup. And then when they're alerted, he runs it out to the car.
Right.
So that is good customer service.
Right. And that's kind of where we've lost some people. That's kind of a new job, I think. Like this is new for us. Curbside pickup.
Yeah, curbside pickup.
I think that's probably here to stay.
So Laurie, guess what things he had to deliver?
Diapers.
Walmart.
What?
Guess what kind of things he had to deliver?
Oh, I thought you said rubbers.
Yeah.
Somebody actually had him bring rubbers out to the curb.
With the KY.
Why? Yep.
No.
Oh, yeah. He's like, Auntie Barb. I go, for real?
Oh, my God. Yeah, well.
You just pack, make the bag and do the curbside.
Yeah.
Lingerie, panties, groceries, men's boxers, bottles, whatever.
Yeah.
Curbside pickup at Walmart. And he loves it.
I bet that's interesting.
And the cash tips.
Oh, he's getting tips? That's good to hear that he's getting tips.
They pay for convenience these days, don't they? A lot of people pay for convenience.
Yeah. That's what it's all about.
But that's good customer service.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Versus having to hit all these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 nonsense bullshit.
I have to tell you a story about customer experience that I dealt with recently. It was a couple of days ago. But I'm on the Grubhub, and I wanted food for dinner. I was busy working, didn't have time to cook. So I was like, tonight I'm going to order some dinner. And I ordered it, and I was watching the app, and they arrived to the location to pick up the food. And then I get a notification stating, sorry, your order has been canceled. Like,
what?
What?
Why?
So I called the restaurant and asked, why would they cancel the order? And apparently the Grubhub driver decided that she didn't want to do it or something. I don't know. I really don't know. But she stated that the doors were locked. So I'm on my way to pick it up. I don't have time to wait or order again and wait another hour for my food to feed my family. So I ran in it. I had to get, a little more prepped. My hair was a little fuzzy because of the humidity, and I had to fix that a little bit. Go into town. Their doors were not locked. They had people sitting in their dining area. And I got my food right away. And they made me fresh food too. Thankfully, they were helpful with that. The restaurant was great.
That's awesome.
But the Grubhub driver decided just that it was not going to work out. So they canceled my order. So,
can you rate that driver?
So I called Grubhub and I was like, Grubhub, this is not okay. I give you lots of business.
Yeah, exactly.
From you at least twice a week. And because I'm a busy mom of 5 kids, so sometimes I have to go that route. And I was like, I do not want to pay for this order. I want a coupon or some credit on my account, because I actually had to get out and leave and drive for 10 minutes to go pick up my food and 10 minutes to deliver it, an hour and a half after I was supposed to have it delivered. And they're like, I don't know how to help you. I do not know how to help you. That's not how we work. And it was so aggravating.
Wait, speak that way again. I do not know how to help you.
I do not know how to help you. I don't know. I'm not good with accents, but there you go. Yeah, that was my experience with them. So I was like, Grubhub deleted, and now I'm going to try another one because Grubhub's. That's the second time that they did that.
You know, and Rachel, you brought up a good thing, Roxy, because you know what? We're talking about customer service too. When you call somebody and you want it, Laurie, and you want to speak to someone, they sometimes they can't even fucking speak English.
A lot of the time. And I dread it. It's like as soon as they pick up the phone, I know this is going to be trouble. I'm not going to understand. We're going to have trouble communicating and nothing's going to get resolved.
So not only do you have, you're not able to understand, but they don't even know our ways, the way that we do things in our country. They're in a really different environment, and the way that they do things are different. So how can they help us if they have no experience on how we function?
Correct. She's so right, Elsie.
All right. So what about this? I'm not going to mention the store, but I went shopping. I bought 3 pairs of pants. They are still not allowing you to go into the dressing room. So you've got to just hope, you know, I can't try them on. I'm going to buy them. I said to the girl, can I return these if they don't fit? Absolutely. Not a problem at all. Fully refundable. So none of them fit. So I went back to the store and they would only give me store credit. And I said, wait a minute. They assured me I could return them and, you know, I couldn't try them on.
Mm-hmm.
I asked to speak to the manager. Well, I am the manager, the guy says. Mm-hmm. And no, he wouldn't budge, would not budge. Not his fault. You know, I was a little frustrated because I thought they're the ones that didn't let me try them on. I don't know. What do you think?
Oh, I think it's ridiculous. I think it's ridiculous. You should have been able to.
So I said, all right, you're giving me store credit. Now I've got to pick out some more clothes that I don't know are going to fit. This might be a never-ending circle of
right.
not fitting.
Right.
So I was a little annoyed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally annoyed. Totally annoyed.
Which
yeah.
Makes sense because either way, the germs are still on the clothes if you have germs to provide.
Right?
Take them home and try them on, or whether you try them on in the dressing room, they're still all there.
Right. No difference.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, and then again, you know, customer service. The customer service now too, there really isn't much to like look at yourself going to the stores with the self-checkout.
Right. And God forbid you got alcohol.
Yeah, you got to check yourself out, do it on your own. And again, you know, where's the customer service to keep people employed and keep this world going and, you know, keep that wheelhouse moving because, you know, again, you know, you're talking to a computer and running your groceries through a self-checkout line. And then when you need help, you know, you hit the light and then somebody comes and helps you.
Right.
But, you know what I mean?
Yeah. More and more I see people having trouble with the self-checkout. We're all waiting for the girl to come and fix our thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Even calling like your credit card company or your cell phone company or, you know, paying your bill or whatever, you just can't get anybody on the damn phone.
No.
It drives me fucking nuts. And I hit 0, and I can't get anybody. Roxy, has that ever happened to you?
Absolutely, all the time. And one thing I want to bring up too is the fact that services that we pay for, our phone bill, our electric, our utilities, our cable bill, our internet, we pay for services to be able to provide us with customer service.
Mm-hmm.
And we're not being delivered that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and here's another thing too I want to point out is, you know, say God forbid something happens and they send you email. So this happened to me with my insurance, and they called me. They're like, "Oh, well, you know, my credit card got hacked, my checking account." So you guys do auto pay?
Yep.
Yeah. Right? Do auto pay? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I do auto pay and my account got hacked. So they shut your account down and you have to wait 10 business days to get your new card
10
in
days.
the mail, yeah, to redo all your auto pay. But then meanwhile, these people that are on your auto pay will cut you off.
Still collecting or
Right. And I'm like, dude, I go, oh, check your email. Okay, well, I'm sorry. How about a phone call?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's customer service.
Yeah.
Call somebody and say, hey, we just want to let you know your auto pay didn't go through. Is there a problem? Yeah, there is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my account got hacked and my card's coming in the mail and, you know, we'll fix this versus, you know, going kaputs and saying, you know what I mean?
I do.
And again, check your email. No, where's the customer service? You're relying on a machine that's sending out an automated message to tell you.
Yeah. It's kind of like in real estate, when I'm out showing a property and there's a problem getting in or something, and I call the listing agent, they never answer the phone. It's kind of another form of customer service, but
Why don't they answer the phone though? Why do you think?
Exactly. There are just people like, oh, if we're getting this message after 5:00 on Friday, you can expect a call back on Monday, the next business day. Like, it's nuts. Everyone, well, there's a lot of people not doing what they should.
Absolutely. I agree. But you know what though? But there's some good customer service, but the worst customer service that I think is, you know, like I said, when you're on the phone and you want to get somebody on the phone and you're hitting all these buttons and you can't. And then a lot of times too, when I'm on the phone with somebody and I kind of get that feel like, hello, and I'm like, okay, this call is going to go bad.
Yeah.
And you hang up, or you're told something that isn't going to work for you, and I'm like, this isn't working for me. You hang up and you call back again.
Yes.
Somebody else on the line, and then they make it happen.
Yeah.
Has that ever happened to you guys?
Yeah.
definitely.
Plus, it's like, if they tell me I've got to wait, I put it on speaker, and then it's like, okay, 25 minutes, 26 minutes. I usually always end up hanging up, and then I got to call back the next day.
Right. Or get the 4:30 in the morning call from American Airlines saying that, okay, you're confirmed for your flight.
Yeah.
Really? I'm like, it's 4:30 in the morning. Where are you calling from? Japan? India?
Yeah, I think a lot of people lose business because of bad customer service.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're a small business, you kind of live and die by that. I think some of the big conglomerates get away with it a lot easier, you know, because they can kind of.
Well, that's the problem. See, is everything's automated, and like I said, so the most thing that annoys me is typing in this, that, this, that.
Yeah.
And not getting anybody on the phone. Just like when my freaking bank account got hacked, I'm like, okay, can I speak to a banker?
Yeah.
Oh, you can go on the online and da-da-da. I don't want to go online. I want to speak to someone.
Even customer service in a personal sense has gone down to, you go to a store, a department store, and you're shopping, and their lack of staff.
Yeah.
And then the mask totally annihilate the facial gestures, your smiles, you can see what people are feeling. So, and because they're fed up or scared that they might get sick, they're distant. So even customer service in a physical term has even went downhill.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. So how do you think we make all this better? I think,
well, I read a story about British Airways and a customer that tweeted his anger, and it went out to 76,000 people. So I think we've got avenues if we want to complain. we could get on social media. We can get on Instagram and Twitter and be heard. And they have to know that we're out there watching them.
I feel like we're spiraling down into the virtual world where everything is going to become virtual, and including your Domino's drivers that are not vans. And I feel like it's just it's going to end up becoming something where customer service is a term in the past.
Yeah.
And I fear for that.
Yeah. I mean, when you think about the stores where you go, how fewer and fewer people you see working. That's why I said I'm grateful for my local bar, because God willing, they're not going to get rid of bartenders and waitresses. We'll always have that. Like, go sit at the bar and cry to your bartender. Get some good communication going. Hopefully that's always going to be around.
Yep. And people who are in the food service industry as well. You're always going to have people at restaurants bringing your food out to you. That's always going to be there, I feel like.
Yeah.
It's a crazy story. I went through a drive-through. I don't know if they have them out where you guys are at, but it's like a convenience store you can drive through and you can get a soda or.
No, I haven't seen that.
So around here we have those like every other block, and it's another thing people pay for convenience. You're going to pay, 20, 40 cents more for a soda pop.
Right.
Or if you were to walk into the store and get it.
Of course. That's crazy to me.
And beer as well. Like, that's a big thing is people drive-throughs for those essential items in their daily life. But I was going through one and I talked to the lady and I said, because I'd known she'd worked there for like maybe 10 years. I've known her to work there for that long.
Okay.
And I was like, we're in this age of credit cards and debit cards. And I've always known I've always been that person to give you $1 tip because you're doing a service for me. You're working in the environments. You're exposed to the cold and the heat and all that. So I'm going to give you a little tip for your service.
Yeah.
And the convenience that I'm having you do for me. And my passenger was like, I've never heard of that, giving them a tip. And then we brought up the whole credit card, debit card thing. And I was like, I bet you see a lack of tips because of that feature alone. And she's like, yep. I've lost probably a good 70% of margin in my tips because of the tips being not included with debit cards and credit cards.
That's a lot.
And see, that's an incentive for those industry workers, waitresses, bartenders, drive-through workers.
Absolutely.
That's their incentive.
Yeah. I had that experience. I told you I went to the Dirty Honey show, and waiting in line outside, they had a big sign that said, only cash will be accepted. And then when we got in and ordered our drinks at the bar, they were like, oh, no cash. You have to download this app, like the venue's app. You either had to pay cash or download the app. And if you didn't have cash, you were kind of shit out of luck.
Yeah, wow.
Because I wasn't able to take my phone in because they wouldn't allow purses, and none of us knew that. So I stuck my purse in my phone in my boot. No, I couldn't bring my phone in, so I couldn't download the app. That was the point. But
now we're talking about conformity here. We're an aggressive way of conforming to the way they want you to handle things.
Right. And fortunately, the girl I was with had cash, so we were able to get our drink. But nobody cared. Nobody was going to help us. That's just the way it is.
Right. It is. It's the way our world is turning. It's crazy. And how do we evolve together with all these unknowingly events that are happening, and we don't know what the future is going to hold? So
No.
How do we take that and adapt to it? It's strange. We're all clueless sometimes.
Yeah. We're going to have to work together.
Yep, definitely.
Did we lose Barb?
We actually did lose Barb. She must have lost internet of some sort. So she's out. So it's me and you for now. So
How are we on time?
We have 2 minutes left. So is there any information you want to drop?
You know, I think Barb had some more things maybe to say about customer service. I know it's important. I try to give the best customer service I can when I'm working in my job. And the more I give it, the more I get back. So I don't know. What do you think?
I believe in that. The more you give, the more you get back.
Yeah.
Real estate, you really have to go gung ho with customer service.
Absolutely. I mean, I live and die by it, you know, and it's a lot of money and it's a lot at stake.
And it really takes a good person to achieve a good customer service standpoint, because you're really putting them in a spot to go above and beyond.
Yeah.
And when they do that, that's why they get recognized for such great customer service. It's what keeps us from going back to our service providers or our real estate agents or whatever it is.
Exactly. But who knows what the future holds? Every day I wake up and I'm like, what's going to happen today?
Yep.
Where are we going today?
Yep. That's the truth of it for sure. So hopefully we can move on into our future with better customer service, because of the lacking of it lately. And hopefully we can blame that on the times that we're dealing with right now.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not very hopeful, but we'll keep on trying.
That's all we can do, right?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to wrap up the show tonight, and Barbara has dropped out, unfortunately, but she'll be here next week, next Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time on W4CY and Talk 4 TV. I'm Roxy, the producer, and then we've got Barbara, the host, as well as Laurie as Elsie Rocks.
Okay.
So tune in next week.
Have a great week, everyone. Bye.